So there's a callable nuke in Warzone, and it requires a few steps that we're going to go ahead and run through. And I thought I'd show this off to you guys so you kind of could know how to get it if you're in a situation to make that happen. Or you can actually stop other people from getting it, because it will be very easy to identify who is going for the nuke in the game. And we'll explain the various steps that will make it very easy for you to stop this or to try and get it yourself. You can see on screen, these are the streamers that were able to get it. I think to initiate it, you need a 5-win streak. That's still rumored right now. I'm sure they're going to release some details eventually, or we'll fine tune this and we'll figure that out. I'll leave a pinned comment if we figure out how to unlock this, but we'll get the various steps along the way. So we have WAG, BOONK Gang, Stellar, and then OP Marked, and I'm using OP Mark's footage for all of this. So this is kind of how this will work out. I've already broken it down. So once you've already gotten your 5 wins, as soon as you load into the next match, you're going to be prompted with this alert where it says Champions Quest available. Check your TAC map for a new Champions Quest. And you're only going to be able to see this if you are part of that champion squad. You can see it on the mini map. There's going to be 3 different locations, and it has this little Warzone icon with the little leaves coming off of it or whatever. And you pick whichever location you want to go to. Then it will go ahead and start the actual contract. It'll say Champions Quest initiated, and then once you've gotten that, then what it'll do is it'll start this little challenge on the top left. It'll have a high timer, and this will be basically the remainder of the match time. So you can see this little icon, it's starting to move around. The little white bar is filling up around the outside of it. Once it reaches full, it'll actually highlight an area of the map, and you'll have to find an item. And there's 3 different like nuclear materials. And you can see once they go ahead and get them, this is kind of what it looks like. They did it in multiple matches. They've gotten like 2 or 3 nukes at this point, because if you don't know OP Mark, he generally wins a lot of matches. And I think they barely activated this. So you go ahead and grab this, and then it says beryllium acquired, tracking device activated. You will have a most wanted for whoever is carrying this from now until the end of the match. So somebody will see you and it'll be highlighted, and you'll have this big giant crown on you, just like regular most wanted, but it lasts the entire game. It doesn't disappear, and that's kind of how it's highlighted, right? And each one of these materials is going to have a negative effect. Then you can go ahead and combine that. You can see beryllium. Once you grab that, then it'll start highlighting the next circle. There's obviously HUD issues and bugs. That's why that one didn't pop up immediately. But you can see right here, the HUD is doing the little circle again, so you get the next item. Once that fills up, you'll be able to grab the next item. You can see that goes there, and then it will highlight that on the map for an area you're supposed to grab. Once you grab the plutonium, it's going to do a radiation leak. This will cause damage on the player holding it constantly. It'll just kind of slowly tick your plates away. And if your teammates are within close proximity, it will also damage them. So if they happen to get in the helicopter together, the plutonium's going to degrade your plates and damage you over time. So you just have to be prepared to be stocked up or positioned properly. Then the third one is going to be the tritium. The tritium is a scrambling radar, and it only impacts the person that's carrying it and then people in close proximity. If there's space between you and your teammates, they will not have the negative effects. So you could actually position the person with the crown, with this damage and the counter UAV, the jammer, all in one spot, and kind of protect them from a little bit further away, so you still get map awareness. So once you've gotten all 3 of those, then it says all elements acquired, wait for bomb site to reveal. This also kickstarts a jailbreak. Pretty much every time they were able to get all 3, it kickstarted a jailbreak. So if you happen to be in a match where someone's doing this, stay in the match. You will come back, because as soon as you get the 3rd, there is a jailbreak and you can try and shut them down. I'm not sure if you can steal the items and then activate it yourself, because that wasn't done, but that's kind of how that plays out. So you have that, the jailbreak timer goes off, the jailbreak people come back, and literally this timer, nothing will happen until you get to zone 4. As soon as zone 4 starts, you'll see the timer kicks to 0, and then that'll highlight where the actual nuke site is going to be. So watch here on the clock, 2, 1, 0, boom, timer reset. New safe zone identified, as well as the bomb site is going to reveal itself. The timer's still going. You can see that they're close enough where the scrambler is still taking effect. And pretty much what's going to happen is the bomb site's revealed, and what will happen is a plane will fly across the center of the map, just the way it does with loadouts, and it'll drop the nuke site. So you can see the little plane coming around here, even though it's scrambled, and it'll drop the bomb somewhere in that path, and you'll have to get there. You'll get a 5-minute timer the second it hits the ground. So while it's still falling, the timer doesn't move. You can see this timer doesn't move, but then by the time it actually hits the ground, it starts with a 5-minute timer. So once you have the 5-minute timer, this isn't going to be easy by any means. Keep in mind that you have damage, the jammer, and in most wanted the entire time you have this contract activated. So they go ahead and fly towards it. And no matter what, within that 5-minute timer, whether you do it in 5, if you happen to be standing next to it when it hits the ground, or there's only 10 seconds left, as soon as you plant it and put the ingredients together, all those negative effects essentially disappear and stay with the bomb, and it resets the timer where you have to defend the bomb for 2 minutes until it explodes. So in this particular case, you'll see the timer go below 2 minutes. They had another one where it was closer to 3.5 minutes and it went down to 2 minutes because all you have to defend the bomb for is 2 minutes. So right here, 157, they're arming the bomb. You can see a little bar on the screen. As soon as it arms it, it goes from 150 or whatever, 147 or whatever it's going to be, and then as soon as it arms it, you can see it jumped up to 2 minutes, and then it starts a timer. And during this time, it's going to go ahead and continue counting down. You're going to have to defend the bomb. Everyone's going to know where it's at. If this bomb goes off, the match is over and this team wins. You can defuse it. You're going to have to clear the area and then go disarm the bomb the way you would in search, but obviously it takes a little bit longer to disarm. So here's the overall countdown: 3, 2, 1, and then we get the nuke that goes off. But this is also going to come with a few different rewards. So if you are that person who goes on win streaks, I know it's very hard to get wins in battle royales in general for the vast majority. So this is more of a rarer thing. So the vast majority, you'd be trying to shut this down. So it's good to understand the gameplay loop so that if you want to go after this, you can. And if you get in a situation where you get on a few wins, you can actually go for some of the rewards, which is a calling card, an emblem, and a charm and a sticker for your weapon. If you have any more questions about it, links to their channels will be in the description. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.